Good morning and welcome to Stout Creek Farm on Wednesday. We're starting a new video series today called What's Going On at Stout Creek Farm. What's going on in the garden, what's going on in the kitchen, what's going on with the animals, and what's going on with the soil. Today we are in the garden with Colin Hindy, who is our master gardener, who's done amazing things on this farm with the garden. And so I'm going to turn it over to Colin right now.
Hey, yeah, I guess just wanted to talk for a minute about what's going on in the garden. And it's mid-July, so some of the biggest factors are, northeast Texas is the heat. It's been in the hundreds, 3 digits for quite a while now. And what ends up happening is plants, when the leaf temperature hits a certain temperature, usually around 85, 86 degrees, the plant stops photosynthesizing. And photosynthesis is the key to everything that happens on the farm, for our animals, for the plants, and ultimately for, everything on earth, really, if you think about it. So in that kind of heat climate, we have to really focus on cooling the plants down and giving them the equipment that they need to really hit a good photosynthesis. And so, we start out with some of the environmental factors that we can control. So they're inside of a tunnel with shade cloth. So the plastic itself does a little bit of shading, and then the shade cloth also shades it, so it cools it down a little bit. And it's kind of a little bit of a give and take because the heat does get stuck in here, but the shade cloth cools that back down. And the other aspect of it is that plants that are healthy and they have good mineral support from the soil and good biological support from the soil, they have mechanisms to make do and keep on going and deal with their environment. And so what they can do is they can create these waxy cuticles on the leaf that actually reflect the heat of the sun, because we're not talking about the ambient temperature of the air around us, we're talking about the temperature of the leaf. And so we are trying to keep the leaf at a cool temperature. And photosynthesis is the engine that drives everything else that happens in the plant. The plant uses photosynthesis to create all of the compounds that make plants, make our vegetables healthy for us to eat. These complex compounds that are antioxidants, and all the goodness that is in a vegetable is a product of photosynthesis. And so we really need to be just driving the photosynthesis as hard as we can. And that gets tricky in the heat, and that's in the nature of gardening in this part of the country, in this part of Texas. And so that's a big key for us right now, and part of one of the challenges, and also one of the exciting parts of gardening. And pretty excited. We're in the eggplant tunnel right now. We've got 4 different varieties of eggplant that we're trying out, and if you've gotten any from us, you've been enjoying the Millionaire eggplant, which is a great variety. It just produces even in the heat. And now the Stadia de Gandia eggplant is just a beautiful eggplant, and that's starting to produce heavily right now, and we're really excited about that. We're going to get that on the grill and in the frying pan, and just really looking forward to enjoying that one. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just trying to manage the heat.
All right, thanks Colin.
Yeah.
Thanks for being with us today, and we'll see you next Wednesday.